Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to another episode of Capsules of Love. I am your host, Richard Albert Lawrence Sr. And remember what God Word says. God Word says, yes, I love you. A resounding yes, I love you with an everlasting love. We are going to look at part two of handling frustration. Last week, we looked at handling frustration from the standpoint of hopelessness and how frustration also leads to being angry. This week, I would like us to see on part two, or just have a small discussion on part two, another part of frustration, how this applies to self love and self care where doubt is concerned. Doubt can also lead to frustration. Let me start with a quick illustration. For example, in the Bible, when God had called Moses to go to Israel to lead the children of Israel out from Egypt to go into the promised land, because Moses had a stuttering problem, he stutters a lot, it caused him to be frustrated. If you know someone that stutters, you will see when they can't get their words out in a fluid manner, it causes and it builds frustration in them. Moses had this problem. On top of his stuttering, Moses also was an angry person. An angry person. So when God commissioned Moses to go to Egypt, God gave Moses every excuse not to go. But behind the frustration of being angry and his stuttering, Moses also had doubt. He doubted his abilities and his capabilities because of the stuttering that he has. The question now that I want to ask you in our day to day, you might don't have a stuttering problem, but what is it about doubt that is holding you? What are you doubting yourself about? I used to doubt myself that I didn't have the chops to complete college. And I've completed undergrad and now graduate school. So you can overcome doubt and fear by doing. What do I mean by doing? You do a little bit at a time. If you're afraid of something, you're afraid of flying, take a short flight from here to Florida, from Charlotte, North Carolina to Florida, hour and a half. Yes, the possibility exists you could be driving your car and you could get into an accident and you could die. Same thing could happen if you fly. But if you want to get over that doubt and that fear, then the best way is to do. One way to truly get rid of doubt is to do the thing that you think you cannot do. You don't think you're a great public speaker? Good. Start practicing with one or two people. Start practicing in your home. Start practicing every opportunity. You might bomb some of the times, but, keep going. Because the more you go, the more you build up confidence. Confidence is going to be what is going to dispel doubt from out your mind. Even if you think I might not be able to swing it, you're going to put your best foot forward and you're going to do it. Doubt is one of those catalysts that when it mixes with anger, when it mixes with hopelessness, man, frustration is at the hilt. So it is incumbent upon you and I to try and dispel doubt. One of the fruit of the Spirit that is listed in Galatians 5, at the very last one of the fruit of the Spirit, is a funny, archaic word called temperance, which is self-control. If you can control yourself, even though you might have fears, even though you might have doubts about something, if you practice, like they say, practice makes perfect, if you practice a little bit at a time, over time, your confidence will grow and you will become better. Yes, when the disappointments happen, it will not be as tragic as if you were not trying. So to dispel doubt, you have to put into motion, you have to practice what it is to become confident. The more you do something and the more you succeed at it, it's the more confidence built and it's the less doubt you're going to have. So do yourself a favor. Start speaking to yourself. Start telling yourself, I can do this. I can do this. For those of you that are Christians, Philippians 4:13 just came to my mind. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Yes, you and I were made to win. We can do anything. You want to dispel doubt? Start being confident. Forget the chatter, forget what people say. You can do it. Start dispelling doubt today in your life by developing confidence and get better at what it is that you do. If this video has been a blessing to you, please like it if you must, but please share it with someone and let them know they too can become an overcomer and stop doubting themselves. So the same way we start is the same way we're going to end. Remember what God's word says. God's word says, yes, I love you. A resounding yes, I love you with an everlasting love. Kick frustration and doubt and anger and hopelessness to the side by start developing a sense of confidence. Have a good rest of your evening and God bless.